Hi, I'm Dan Ross from Silicon Valley Hypnosis Center, and if you're watching this video, chances are you're looking for information on stress reduction. And I'm going to talk to you today about that, and I'm going to use these two things as an example. You might be thinking, well, wait a minute, this isn't a weight loss video. Are you talking about stress eating? What's going on? And it won't be any of that. And in a lot of other videos, I've talked about how our stress comes from how we react to what's going on. So our thinking around certain situations can cause stressful feelings. So something happens and you see something in your mind, you make some kind of image around it, or you have some self-talk around it that's negative, and that can cause stress. Or the feelings themselves are stressful. And I give people a lot of tools to work on that sort of stuff. I have over 100 tools to help clients dramatically reduce the level of stress, the level of anxiety, and just lead happier, more fulfilled, more relaxing lives. And so there's plenty of that other information, and today what this is about is, if you were to imagine this is a candy bar, which it isn't, it's actually like a power bar type thing, and I carry these in my backpack when I'm hiking just in case I run out of energy before I get done, if I go a little further. But if you just imagine this was actually a candy bar, because I haven't had a candy bar in my house in a couple years, just off sugar for the most part. So this would be considered junk food. And too often we put junk food in our body, and that's not what this video is about. Go ahead and do that if that's what you want to go do. But there are consequences to doing that. And the consequences are, there can be health issues with it. There can be, blood sugar spikes. There can be lethargy, energy draining out. There can be weight gain, longer-term consequences, things like that. So it's just natural to assume, junk in and junky results, right? The same goes for our mind. So if you put junk into your mind, then chances are you won't be having the best thoughts. So just like putting the junk food in your body, not the best physical results, junk into your mind will create negative thinking patterns for you. And what I mean by junk food is there are positive influences you can expose yourself to, and there are negative influences you can expose yourself to. So one suggestion I'm going to give you just to try, if you make a habit of watching the evening news, there's often a lot of negative stuff in there. Here in the Bay Area, the first 5 minutes of every newscast is who got murdered that day, often with graphic images and things like that. So putting that stuff into your mind over and over could cause a fair bit of stress and anxiety. And it's only natural if you're just continuously exposing yourself to those kinds of images that, that stuff would stick in there. So try going without watching the news for a week or two, and just notice what happens to your mood, your level of stress. That you might find that it just starts to go down, on a baseline basis. The second thing is, when you stop eating the junk food, to put something positive into your mind. This is an orange, fresh off of my orange tree. And when you put something positive into your mind, now you're programming your mind for positive thoughts. So when I work with people on reducing their stress, there's often something from personal history. It could be recent personal history or further back, something far back. And when I help resolve that, we've started to remove some of their negative thoughts, and we help them install positive thoughts. So my suggestion to you is do something to create positive thoughts every day. Could be just for a few minutes. You could do an affirmation practice. You could do some visualizations. I teach those to my clients. If you want more information, contact me. I'm happy to help you. Or it could be reading some kind of book with a positive message, or a self-help book, or something like that. But just start putting some good stuff into your mind, and you'll find that there's more good stuff floating around in there. Just makes sense, doesn't it? So for your practice, cut out the junk food you put in your mind as much as you can, and start to put in positive stuff as much as you can. And you'll find that this might be just a natural form of stress reduction besides any of the more deep and complicated work and tools that I tend to use with people. This is just a good way to, start a practice of treating yourself better from a way of what you put in your mind. For more information, go to my website, SiliconValleyHypnosisCenter.com, or feel free to send me an email, dan@SiliconValleyHypnosisCenter.com. I will talk to you soon. See you on the next video.